Hello student, hope you are studying well. Your P1 exam is coming nearer, very near. So definitely you are practicing. So this is a kind of revision you can say. I have already sent you videos in the 3 topic that is very much important. The first one was states of matter, second one was about latent heat, and my third video was about diffusion. Today again chapter 1 matter in our surrounding. My topic is some properties of different states of matter. In this chapter you came across certain properties. You have to understand the meaning of those properties and in which state of matter which property is highest and which one is lowest, that I am going to discuss. First property, rigidity. Rigidity is the name of the property. What is the meaning of rigidity? It is the ability to be forced out of shape. Ability to be forced out of shape. What is the meaning of this? That means whatever is the shape, you can change the shape. The ability to change the shape. How much you can change the shape, that is called rigidity. The rigid means you cannot change the shape. More rigid means you cannot change the shape, and less rigid means the shape can be changed. Now, on what the rigidity depends upon? Rigidity depends upon the intermolecular force of attraction and the space between the molecules. If I take solid state, in the beginning if I take solid state means in between the molecules there is maximum force of attraction, that already you have learned. That is, solid molecules can attract each other with applying maximum force. Second one is the space between the molecule, that is called intermolecular space. In case of solid, the intermolecular space is very less. That means they have very less amount of space in between the molecules. If there is less amount of space, how can we change the shape? For changing the shape we have to apply force. By applying force we can change the shape. That means we have to remove the molecules from their original position. As we know, the movement of molecule in case of solid is least, because solid molecules can only vibrate in their own position. They cannot move from one place to another. So solids are generally rigid. If I take liquid, definitely the molecules of liquid, they can move from one place to another. As they can move, so their shape can be changed. The liquid where we are going to place in any container, it will take the shape of that container. So rigidity of liquid is more than that of solid. And gaseous state, they are not at all rigid because the molecules are free to move. They have more kinetic energy, they can move anywhere, so they do not have any shape actually. So this is all about rigidity. My second point is compressibility. What is the meaning of compressibility? The capacity of something to be reduced in size by pressure. Again I am saying compressibility, the capacity of something to be reduced in size by pressure. That means you are decreasing the size. For decreasing the size, what we need? For decreasing the size, there should be proper gap in between the molecules. That means the intermolecular space should be more. Then only we can compress. Then only we can make the molecules come closer. In case of solid, I already told you earlier that there is very less intermolecular space in between the molecules. That means we cannot compress solid. If we apply large amount of force, maybe a little bit compression is possible, but otherwise solid cannot be compressed. Liquid also it is difficult to compress, because although there are some space in between the molecules, but after compressing again it will come to its original state. So compression of liquid is also very much difficult. Little bit we can compress. Gaseous substance or the state which is gaseous, those molecules can be compressed to maximum extent. That means we can bring the gaseous molecules much closer to each other, because the gap between the gaseous molecule is too large. It can be reduced to a large extent. So we can say that gaseous molecules can be compressed to maximum. Third point, there is a point you came across in your book, that is called gas pressure. This is a special property of gaseous state. Now, what is gas pressure? The pressure of a gas is the force per unit area that the gas exerts on the walls of the container. I am saying it again. The pressure of a gas is the force per unit area that the gas exerts on the walls of the container. About pressure you have learned in physics in previous class. Pressure is what? Pressure is actually P, that is F by A. Force per unit area is known as pressure. In case of gas, what happens? Suppose I am keeping a gas in a particular container. The molecules of gas have large kinetic energy, so they are always moving. While moving, they are colliding with each other, and they are also colliding with the walls of the container during the movement. So every time large amount of gaseous molecules are coming and applying force on the walls of the container. That means they are colliding with the walls of the container. So in a particular area of the container, the force applied by the gas per unit area, that can be considered as the gas pressure. We can measure it as gas pressure. Generally, gas pressure is measured in the unit atmosphere. That is, 1 atmosphere is the unit. This unit can be written as 1 atmosphere is equal to 76 centimeter of Hg. For measuring pressure, the instrument barometer is used. Generally, there mercury is taken. So, height of that mercury is taken as the pressure. So, 1 atmospheric pressure means 76 centimeter of mercury, that is equal to 760 millimeter of mercury. Another unit of pressure is there, that is called Pascal. That also you have to know. Now, 1 Pascal is what? 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. This is the relationship between atmospheric pressure and Pascal. So, if you are going to get any numerical to convert pressure into Pascal, using this formula you can convert. I hope that you have understood these 3 topics properly. Other properties are also there. By using these properties, you can distinguish between solid, liquid and gas. All these properties are there in your book, and those properties are very easy for you to understand. I thought that these terms are, maybe these terms you have doubt in these terms. So, I thought to make a video on this topic. So, please go through the video, clear your doubt and be confident. Thank you very much.